Hello. I had a really cool experience right now, and it kind of starts with TikTok. So I have a TikTok. Thanks, Javi. My little brother inspired me to make it. But last night I was thinking about a new video series on how to get people prepared to astral project. The issue is I only have 1 minute maximum per video, and I really don't want to make it over a minute, but I don't want to underserve them. So I was trying to figure that out, but I did my foundation meditation last night, and I just set the intention to astral project. And if you haven't watched the video yet, because I haven't posted it yet, but I'm posting the final portion of the foundation, which is the sublime fire, which is a breathing technique. And I speak about how I put an intention into the breath, and because I believed it around 70% of the way, that's how the intention actually ended up following through. Something that's kind of cool about that is your character will determine how well the energy of the intention can express itself. And so my character had a little bit of doubt in it, but not a full 100% away of the doubt, so that's why 30% wasn't able to make its way through. However, when I set the intention that I could astral project this time around, by doing the foundation meditation, you actually gather so much awareness and get it centered that when you set an intention like that, it has a way higher success rate of following through, because there's no real resistance in your system anymore. Imagine just getting an army of people that will just listen to you and do whatever you want to do, and just have them waiting for your next command. That's kind of what that meditation is like. It's gathering all that awareness, and then the second you give it something to do, it follows through until a character changes, and you no longer allow that to flow. So I astral projected, and it was really weird because when I came into the body, I could tell that like I was sleeping in this, which has never like happened before. I could feel that the body I was in was a lot heavier, so I like woke up, and I was in this timeline with my family in the car, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. But I look, and it is the prettiest sight I've like ever seen. And it's like, it's weird because it was so simple, but it was just the way that the sun hit the trees and the way that the ocean was over there. It was so gorgeous. But I was on the coast. It was this green hill with trees that they were thin. You could tell they were fairly young, maybe like 5-6 years old. The golden light of the sun, the Pacific Ocean, just all over there. I was like, no freaking way. And my family's like, yep, we're here. And the energy that I understood was like, this is where I'm moving to, because my lease is up at the end of this year, and this room has got to go. So it's kind of sad, but you know, all good things must come to an end to have even better things. And yeah, so this area was just incredible. The amount of nature in this town was beautiful, and it was like so dynamic, if that's a word. It felt like the city like changed in front of me so many times, and it was so like awe-inspiring. Like, it started simple with walking on the paths, and like the paths would be changing as I was walking them, so it was like you'd never get the same trail. And I remember towards the end, once I learned the city of it, once I learned the name of it, which was Sheer, West Side near Coeur d'Alene, which if you know Washington and all that stuff, that wouldn't work. Coeur d'Alene is not near the ocean. Either or. When we were leaving and I had just learned that name, I remember looking out into the lake, and a mountain had risen. It was fairly big, fairly sharp, and it was carved into, like, such a beautiful carving into this doorway, which I just remember looking at like, oh my god, I want to go in there so bad. It was so beautiful, and very Renaissance-like, very Batman cave-like. If those two had a baby. Batman's cave and Renaissance. Oh, I guess I sure. And yeah, then at that point I just got shot back into my body, but it was kind of cool because I missed this body at first, and I ended up astral projecting into myself if I lived in my childhood home still. And I want to say I was younger. I can't 100% say that part, but I know I was in my childhood home because I had my eyes closed. But one of the things you do with astral projection is you get very good at feeling out your surroundings with your eyes closed, meaning that, you know, you can just kind of tell where everything is without actually having to see it. And so I was able to feel out the room there, and it was my childhood room. Granted, I had a few pillows that I didn't have back then, so I'm guessing I just missed it was just a different timeline. And then I came back here, and I held the sleep paralysis state for a bit because I want to get used to that. Because with Ryan's astral projection course, I got it to where I could bypass it, but since it'd been so long since I astral projected, my body, you know, getting reconditioned into it. So I usually face the sleep paralysis state now, and that can be kind of shocking physically when you just wake up and you can't move and it feels weird, and the big rush of the energy as you start to get out is a little bit overstimulating. So a practice I do is just hold myself there, or I bring myself out of it and then hold myself back in it. And that was inspired by I hope I said that right, my friend. I'm sorry if I messed that up, but yeah, he's a guy over on Instagram. We talked and he gave me some pretty cool info on some stuff. So I am going to start editing to get the final portion of the foundation out, the Sublime Fire. I'm really excited about that, and hopefully get some of these little TikTok videos posted on YouTube because it's got some cool information in my opinion. But love you guys, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.